Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? AZD here, back at you with another video. In this video, I'm still going to be talking about what's going on with the layoff process and job loss and not having a job and being jobless right now. And what I'm talking about is things to do if you lost your job. So we're going to continue from the other video. I talk about things that I did like right after I found out that I was laid off. So in this video, I'm going to go more into some other things that we should be doing, things to do if you lost your job. Because, it's very important to like think about these things, because if you think about like losing your job, anytime if you ever thought about any reason that you might lose your job, it's the best time and it helps to put things in plan. And that's kind of what I had in mind, because like job security there's no such thing as job security. Like, job security is out the window, like, because even with the job that I was at, like, I think it was like 14 and a half, 14 years, 15 years, and you have yourself, your life is actually situated around your job and the situation that's going on. So you get into a certain routine of doing things, so that routine of going to work, that routine of structuring your family life along with everything else around your work routine. So it kind of have an impact and affect your life. So let's get into things that we should be doing if you lost your job. So one of the first things, like one of the things that was in the list in the previous video, was make sure that you take time out and first take a deep breath. And I mean, like, practice maybe inhale, deep breath, exhale, and practicing some meditation, some yoga, whichever way you have it. Make sure you take that first deep breath and inhale, exhale. Make sure you're doing it deep breaths and not shallow breaths. No shallow breaths, because like shallow breaths and shallow breathing can lead to like anxiety. So after that, now let's talk about the second thing that we should be doing, and that will be reviewing your finances. So after, you take your breath, you meditate, you're able to calm down, get yourself together, think about the situation, review your finances, create a balance sheet, create what amount of money do you have in your possession, like what amount of dollars you have in your possession, as well as what your debts are. So what your debts are. And I say come together, like put a monthly list together. So your monthly list of your monthly bills. So that'd be your rent or mortgage, your car payment, if you have one, car insurance. Most people will have car insurance. Utility bills, your lights, your gas, water. Kind of put your internet/cable in there if you're going to be using it for a good cause or things like that. If you're just going to be like wasting time and just going through and streaming apps and watching movies and stuff like that and not really being productive, then I say probably get rid of that. But with that said, let's talk about reviewing your finances. So making sure that your monthly finance is in order. So you go down, you put your monthly bills, how much you have to pay, and you come together with your monthly expenses. So that'd be your total monthly expense. And what you would try to do is try to have that in your emergency fund if you had an emergency fund. So try to have that in your emergency fund. If not, try to build that up and knowing what your monthly bill is, so you can have some money put aside, or you can have a way that you can either supplement your income, unemployment, whichever way, while you're out looking for a job and while you're laid off or jobless at the time. The third thing I say to do is cancel frivolous monthly subscriptions. So like subscription and purchases, that monthly bill that comes off for your debit card. Because sometimes you look at your bank statement, you just see everything's going out. You see take away $20, take away $10, take away $15, whichever way it is for those subscription, and you're not having any cash flow coming in to cover those. So with not having a job or being laid off or being jobless at the time, what happens is that build up and it will deplete your money that's in your account, and next thing you know, you probably start dipping into the emergency fund or any savings that you have. If you really like to have the subscription, or you need to have like the subscription, you need to like catch up on your Netflix or your Hulu and things like that, I say go ahead and contact your friends and family. Maybe you can use their account in the meantime. Maybe you can give them a few dollars and not exactly the same amount that you was paying for the subscription. Also, if you like to watch Netflix or anything like that, Netflix are hiring people. They do hire people to like watch the movies and do movie reviews. I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna do some more research on it. I'm gonna do a video about that, because I might be interested in doing that, and I might sign up to it and probably do a review on it. But other than that, probably just do some research and do a video more about that. But if you like to watch Netflix, they do hire people, or they watch the different movies, do a review on the movies, see which kind of rating it should be within the Netflix platform. Um, the number 4 thing that we would like to do is to budget. Create a budget and eat at home more often. So make sure you create that budget by knowing what your monthly bills is. Then you would implement your miscellaneous costs. You would implement gas. You would implement, extra spending. But cut back on eating out, because sometimes we as we rushing, we ripping and running about, going here and there, picking up the kids, go to this and that, going to practice, or some kind of function, and don't have any time to create a meal. So the best thing that most of us, or a lot of people would do, would stop to get something to buy or go out to eat instead of cooking a meal and things like that. So the thing is, you want to cut back and look at that, and instead of going like to McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, just stop by the grocery store real quick, spend $20, get your sandwich things or whatever like that, or whichever meal that you was gonna have at that fast food restaurant. You can go ahead and prepare it real fast at home. And you can't really say that you don't have any time to do it now because you're laid off or you're jobless. So right now you don't have a job, so you should have an ample amount of time to like go ahead and prepare food. Like for me, while I'm laid off right now, I'm finding ways like, okay, instead of eating out on this day, let's go ahead and prepare a meal and have time in my hand, hit up the grocery store, cook some meal, just like that. And it comes in handy. Make it more productive, make the time go by faster, and it doesn't seem like, oh, I'm laid off and kind of get in a rut, kind of get depressed and have anxiety and things like that. Number 5 thing I suggest to do is to update resume. Because for me, I looked at my resume and I was like, oh wow, like, because I haven't applied for any kind of positions in probably like 4 or 5 years. Being at the position that I was at, I guess I was content. Being content is not really a good thing, but you say, okay, well, I'm at this position. Oh, everything's set. You start planning your life according to what was coming in, cash flow, what was coming in, your income. So, you say you'd be here another 10, 15 years and you retire, but sometimes that's not the plan, because nothing in life is guaranteed except for one thing. But we're not going to get into that. So update your resume. Make sure your social media profiles is also updated. Everybody tell everybody that that you're currently out of a job, or you're currently laid off, you're jobless, and let them know that you're out and about looking for a great job. So if they know anything about any great jobs out there, things that you might be interested in, to contact you and let them know to contact you and let you know about some more information. Quick rundown: make sure you take a deep breath, work on your breathing, review your finance, get your monthly balance sheet in order, cancel frivolous monthly subscription or purchases, budget and eat at home more often, and update your resume and apply to many jobs. Use as much context as you have, reach out to your contacts, and it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be great. Shake it off. Get the monkey off the back. Continue to be great. And if you got any value out of this, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and share with other people to let them know more about things like that. Like if they're going through something like that, or if anything happened to cross their mind in that situation, they can go ahead and plan accordingly just in case something like that will happen, because you never know. And they're talking about mass layoffs might be happening. So just go ahead, start planning or get your stuff together. If you are laid off or jobless, get your stuff together. I'll be doing some more videos about creating cash flow without a job, or creating as much money as possible as fast as possible while you're jobless, and just a wide variety of videos in that realm right there. So once again, it's Ansley D. Hope you got some value out of this. Please, once again, hope you got some value out of this. Please, once again, hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.